sports.
Baseball, missing memorabilia, and a former Major League All-Star. It's a mystery that's taken CBS 21 News 1,400 miles to cover from Harrisburg all the way to Texas.
It's the Great Lanes sports director Jason Bristol is going to reunite a retired baseball player with his one-of-a-kind items.
It is so easy to get wrapped up in a reunion like this one.
Wow.
I hadn't seen Ellis Valentine in 30 years. And Ellis Valentine hadn't seen this.
Excuse me, sir, I believe this is yours.
For what seemed like an eternity.
Oh, wow.
Here's a story that proves all uniforms are not uniform.
I never thought I'd see this again.
Truth is, before today, I'd never met Ellis Valentine, and the last time I saw him, I was a kid and he was on one of my baseball cards.
And in right field, the great arm of Ellis Valentine.
But Ellis's remarkable Major League career was no longer complete after priceless pieces of his memorabilia suddenly disappeared. And he's been waiting years to get them back.
This is the guy.
Ellis says a Jason Lucas from the Harrisburg area promised to frame his one-of-a-kind, game-worn jerseys from the Montreal Expos and New York Mets after meeting at a baseball event. He got a picture of the finished product and a lot of excuses.
It was damaged in shipping.
Then, nothing.
At that point, I felt helpless. Where are they?
Alerted to one of Ellis's desperate pleas on Twitter, I started searching online for Jason Lucas.
We're talking 2009, okay? There's been adequate time to right this ship, and it hadn't happened.
But it did happen for me, and all it took was a few weeks.
Hi, I'm looking for a Jason Lucas who does sports framing.
Jason Lucas told me he was no thief, instead blaming his old boss at a framing shop, Nick Etzweiler, who was once busted for stealing sports memorabilia. Nick's family used to own a framing shop in this building. He says when it closed, leftover items like Ellis's were placed in storage and forgotten. He told me he was very sorry for giving Ellis the runaround.
So you think they may be there?
Nick is currently managing another store, Linebacker U, at the Harrisburg Mall. That's where both he and Jason Lucas had the jerseys waiting for us.
Thank you.
They asked not to be recorded, but gave us the okay to show you this. The jerseys did not stay in my hands for very long. To make certain they were authentic, we brought them to Stadium Studio. By comparing tags, a jersey's DNA, to the matching pants Ellis had at home.
Pants match up to the shirt.
So, I mean, I'm highly confident, thankfully, that these are actually on.
Aware of Ellis's ordeal, the crew here went right to work to make things right. And judging by the reaction we got,
Wow.
They're in great condition.
when we surprised Ellis at his office in Texas,
What do you think?
we did just that.
That's awesome, man.
These are more than just shirts. Each stitch is a connection to the crowds, the crack of a home run, and the tipping of a cap at an all-star game. It's a life most of us only dream of. Having them back means everything.
I never thought I'd see these again.
And I never expected another huge hug.
Oh, man.
This was Valentine's Day, a reunion neither of us will ever forget.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have to give my brother some credit. He was the one that actually saw this tweet of Ellis's back in January. He alerted me, and then that's how the whole ball got rolling.
Well, from the oval to the canvas, we're talking about a horse with a new lease on life. Last year, CBS 21 was the first TV station anywhere to bring you the story of Metro, the painting racehorse, owned by an artist from Gettysburg.
Jason Bristol is back with Metro again to see the miracle that's followed and how Metro is helping other horses once again.
Good boy.
Give him a brush and let him go.
Good job.
That is Metro,
Come on, buddy.
the painting racehorse. Yes, painting racehorse.
Good man.
As incredible as it still seems, a horse doing a painting, what painting has done for this horse is even more amazing. It saved his life.
Yeah, painting has saved his life.
Ron Krajewski's the artist who adopted the racehorse with bad knees. He told us last year how he turned Metro into Picasso.
Come on, but he used to just bob his head up and down in his stall when we first got him off the track.
And now, he is world famous Metro. Pieces like this one, once selling for $300, go for $700, with the money split between him and other retired racehorses looking for homes.
Nice one.
For a painting racehorse, what possibly could be the next step? Sculpting, woodworking, scrapbooking? No, it's much simpler than that.
How about running? A year ago, Metro couldn't do this. With bone growing in his knees, it's a debilitating thing for a horse. What Ron didn't tell us then, he wasn't expecting Metro to live much longer.
Eventually his knees were just going to lock up and he was going to lay down for a nap one day and wouldn't be able to get back up.
But with all that money from painting, Metro's vet, Dr. Kim Brokaw, could afford an experimental treatment.
I thought it would just slow things down. I did not expect it to reverse.
And the results have been nothing short of a miracle and possibly a breakthrough for more horses. Now, less pain, more fame. Metro has many years left for pillows and tote bags, and coming soon,
hopefully a book. Okay. We're working on getting him a book deal.
A book about a painting racehorse?
Good.
Who's also a medical miracle? Now that's a story with legs.
It's going pretty good.
It is going pretty good. Metro continues to raise money for New Vocations, which finds homes for retired racehorses.
Well, he is a legend in the making. A player from Camp Hill High School could someday wind up as one of the greatest players to ever play high school ball in Pennsylvania. And while age is just a number to most of us, to him, it's part of an ongoing mystery packed inside a very chiseled ninth grader. CBS 21's Jason Bristol has his story.
With bulging biceps that stretch cotton to its very limit, 14-year-old Bill Williams is the most manly freshman around. And while age is just a number to most of us, to him, it's part of an ongoing mystery packed inside this very chiseled ninth grader.
Do you ever wonder how old you really are?
Sometimes. I do.
Here we go.
How does someone not know their age? Well, this football star, Bill Williams, the kid with the All-American name and the All-American game, is not All-American. Bill was rescued from the civil wars in Liberia, Africa, a place where guns are everywhere and hardly any children are given birth certificates.
But he is a polite kid. He came that way. And
Phyllis Williams, a very sweet lady, adopted Bill and others. She was told Bill was only 5.5 years old. Little Bill then quickly took to football. And kids have been chasing him ever since. In middle school, he seemed to score every time he touched the ball. His very first carry for the varsity, he went 65 yards for a touchdown. And Phyllis is always there, cheering. She's never been a big sports fan, but even she realizes that Bill is
been one of the better players on his team all along, so it doesn't surprise me, but it is, of course, bigger now that he's in high school.
He keeps getting bigger, too, bench pressing more than 300 pounds. And with every extra plate, questions start piling up, too.
The most popular one is how you get so big. And I try to tell them it's like mostly genetics.
But this strong, this fast, this young, even Bill wonders sometimes, is the birthday he knows not a day or a year, but simply an estimate?
I'm going by what's on his birth certificate, and it says he's 14, and we're going to list him as 14.
Coach Frank Gay says what we don't know about Bill pales in comparison with what we do know.
Bill has that drive that he doesn't want to be good, he wants to be great.
Bill Williams is always smiling, adored by everyone at school, and most of all, he is thankful.
I just so happen to be like one of the luckier ones to come here and like get a new start basically. So I gotta like start my life over.
Lucky? Let us count the ways, and the days too.
And Tanya, where Bill is from, Liberia, less than 5% of the kids there have birth certificates. So it is an issue there for a variety of different reasons. Sure. But here's the deal. This kid is legit. He should be and will be a Division I college prospect. Some people I've talked to think that at some point he could challenge the state's all-time rushing record by the time he is done with high school.
He's fantastic. All right, so the district, Camp Hill, They're not trying to pull wool over anyone's eyes. Nothing going on here.
No, no,
Yeah.
this is all on the up and up. The birth certificate that Bill has says he was born in February of 1999. That was the one issued at his adoption, and that's the one he's had since he's been here in the United States, since when he was adopted, when he was just 5.5 years old.
He's just a fantastic football player and a fantastic guy.
And
too,
that's what
right?
you hear from everyone at Camp Hill, just what an incredible kid he is, and just how humble and polite he is, and really he is a credit to that school.